41-38, last minute against the Houston Texans. It was a good game all the way through. Jimmy Graham, 2 touchdowns. Richard Sherman, 2 picks. Earl Thomas, a pick. It was a great game by both sides.
That's what it is.
You're watching Walk Talk Hawks.
I really don't know how long I've been doing this shit. I guess 2010's the first year that you gave a shit. I was the underdog, so please excuse me a bit. I need some space, so someone please make me some room in this bitch. Cause I'm in beast mode, beast mode. Give me those beats, I eat those. All day I don't sleep, no. I don't even know what I got sheets for. Them pillowcases and bed frames, I'll take that, don't need those. So high, I don't get high. I don't even know what I got weed for. People, I'm in beast mode. What you think I got these teeth for?
All right, y'all, welcome back to Walk Talk Hawks. It is a snowy Seattle day. Let's talk Seahawks. Let's talk last game, week 8. What'd you like? It was a shootout.
Yeah, I thought it'd be high scoring. It was even higher than I anticipated. I thought the Hawks might get a few more stops in there, but you know, they got them on that last time. That's really all that mattered. I think Houston thought they were going to spike it, so he just went right up the seam between the linebackers and the safeties, and miscommunication. They weren't set. We, you know, got them with their pants down, so to speak. And that was the game.
I would say I, as well as maybe numerous others, thought the game was over after getting picked. After Russell got picked.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing was we had the 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts, so it's just a matter if we got the stop.
Yeah.
And, you know, Houston got the first down. They almost got it too quickly. So that could have been a problem, but you know, it's a shame what would happen with Deshaun Watson tearing his knee yesterday.
Yeah, practice.
Season. Yeah, practice. Wasn't even, there's no contact involved either, so that's really disappointing. But, you know, offensively the Hawks look as good as they've looked.
Yep.
You know, passing the ball in years. Now it's just a matter of getting the ground game going and trying to balance out their ability.
Seahawks! 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 Woo! All right, so Redskins. Let's talk Redskins. What should we be looking for offensively for us?
The way the weather is right now, ain't gonna be. I think they will probably try to run the ball. The Seahawks try to run it more than they have. And
okay.
I know that would drive some fans nuts, but Redskins are a very beat up team.
Yep.
Probably the most injured team in the league. The strength of their team on defense is in the secondary. So they have Josh Norman, who's kind of like their Sherman.
Yep.
Now he's been injured, but he came back last week against Dallas. Their other corner is Rashad Breeland, very, very aggressive.
So a decent secondary then, huh?
Yeah, that's the strength of their team.
Okay.
Brian Kerrigan's really good. Again, he's beat up. Chalk him down for at least 1 sack.
Okay.
That's what he does. But their D-line's beat up. Their O-line's really beat up. And I think it'll be, you know, one of those games where it's kind of a slugfest. But the Redskins are just too beat up to do anything.
Yep. That's my kind of house. 12th house. Okay, so what about our new pickup of Dwayne Brown?
He looks very good in the game. Graded out better than Reese Odiombo's graded out any game this year.
It's an upgrade.
Major upgrade.
Yep.
So, best left tackle they've had since Okun.
Yep.
And, I mean, truth be told, he's probably a better player than Okun. He's just a little bit older.
So will he be playing this Sunday?
Yep.
Okay.
Pencil him in.
All right.
Starting lineup, left tackle.
Okay, let's talk our defense.
Okay.
Earl Thomas is questionable, or he's like game time decision?
They list him as game time decision. I don't think he'll play.
Okay.
Hamstring injury. So the good news is it's not a tear. It's just a strain. The other thing to remember is Seahawks have a short week this week.
That's right.
Next week they're on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
So, and then the following week they're on Monday Night Football.
Oh wow.
So they have a really long stretch. So my early prediction would be that Earl will not play Sunday or next Thursday.
Oh wow.
And give him that long stretch to be fully healthy.
Okay.
Now you're going to see their big free agent pickup in Bradley McDougall. How's he going to do it? Free safety.
Yeah.
The big area of weakness last year, we know once Earl was injured that, change the complexity of the season.
So then, how's our line gonna do? You said that their O-line is beat up.
Very beat up.
Okay. Sheldon, are we gonna get some production out of Sheldon? Because
Well,
he
he-
needs to show something.
He did not practice yesterday. He has an oblique injury, so that's new news. So the key will be, does he practice today? I assume he'll play, but he's going to be going against backups. So
Okay.
their left guard Luval is out. Larson may be out. Their right guard Sheriff, who is as good as any right guard in the league,
Yeah.
didn't play last week, but he looks like he'll probably play today or on Sunday.
Sunday.
Right tackle Morgan Moses is a really big dude, not the most athletic. Bad back, but he'll probably play. And then their left tackle, who's probably their best lineman, Trent Williams, did not play last week. He has a bone bruise in his knee.
Okay. Yeah. Are you taking senior pictures? So then tell me about their offense. Who's the threat on there?
Well,
it's Kirk.
Their threat is Jordan Reed. He's already also been rolled out.
Oh, okay. Tight end.
Tight end. The other tight end is Vernon Davis. I think Seahawks fans know him.
Oh, that
Dan
dude
Chancellor
is
did to
old.
him. Yes.
That dude is
Their
old.
other tight end is Niles Paul. He's going to miss the game as well with concussion. The big free agent addition was Terrell Pryor. He has been in the doghouse so much that he was only used one play last week's game.
Is that our old Terrell Pryor quarterback?
That is Terrell
that
Pryor,
turned
yes.
wide receiver?
Well, the Seahawks wanted to convert him to receiver.
Yeah.
He did not want to do that. Therefore, he left, tried to keep pursuing a job as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Found the market being a little more limited than he expected, so he signed a one-year deal with Washington, and he's really struggled to pick up their offense. Their other receiver, kind of like their Tyler Lockett, Jamison Crowder, similar size.
Yep.
Really good return guy. Very underused this year, so he kind of had a breakout year last year for Washington. This year they've struggled to infuse him into the lineup. He might be active just because they have so many other injuries.
Yep.
But I don't know that if he plays, it's going to be very, very limited. At running back, they have Robert Kelly, another guy that's beat up.
I had him on fantasy and I dropped him.
He's really struggled this year. They have Chris Thompson, who I think they'll use heavily as a third down back. And then they have Samarjah Pirine. He's a big rookie from Oklahoma. The guy is 22, but he looks like he might as well be 42.
Hey, go pterodactyl?
Pterodactyl in half.
So,
All right, let's talk fantasy.
okay.
So fantasy football, Seahawks style.
Yep.
Of course, I always started off with Seattle defense.
Yep. Play them.
Play 'em.
I think the Redskins have so many injuries. Their O-line's beat up. I think this will be a game where the Seahawks get a lead early, and then Washington has to become one-dimensional and try to throw to
Just
catch
go
up.
long. Yeah. Let's talk Russell Wilson.
Well, might be the hottest quarterback in the NFL, especially now that Watson's out.
That's so nice to hear.
Yeah, so, this year, much like 2 years ago when he was still healthy, they made almost the change philosophically to become more of a pass-first team. They want to run the ball, they want to be balanced, but if it's not working and it's stunting your ability to win games, they've decided to kind of go away from it in order to make sure they win games.
So let's talk P. Rich. He led us last week in wide receivers, right?
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks in a row. Touchdown. He should have had 3 last week. Frustrating call on Rawls. Took away the 3rd touchdown.
Yeah.
It's a guy, again, who's a free agent in the offseason, is looking to make his money. He's got a good connection with Russell. During the off week, 3 weeks ago, they hung out in LA and worked out, even when they were off.
Yeah.
So
Connections.
the connection is showing. Now it's transferring over to the games.
Let's talk Jimmy Graham.
Another guy, he's scored now in 3 straight weeks. So,
To this last game.
yeah, Washington doesn't generally cover the tight end well either. So there should be more opportunities for it as well.
At least one touchdown. Maybe.
Yeah, I would think so. Yes.
All right, cool. Let's talk Doug Baldwin.
Dougie Fresh is always the man. He's good for 6 catches, 75 to 80 yards every time. What'll be interesting with this game is you have 2 very, very aggressive corners in Norman and Breland.
Yeah.
We'll probably see holding calls in the secondary than we're used to seeing. So that also might lead to some big plays down the field. But the Seahawks trying to take advantage of their over-aggressiveness.
Okay, Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, his best game of the season. He showed flashes against the Giants, right? He had the touchdown taken back, which I didn't necessarily agree with the call, and then Russell missed him 2 weeks ago in New York, a wide open touchdown.
Yeah.
He had 116 yards receiving last week. But it looks like he's kind of back to his own self.
I'm gonna skip Luke Wilson. Let's talk Running game, I know the obvious, but
Pete Carroll specifically said that Eddie Lacy's the starter, and they want to get him going.
he's running left.
Well, he might behind Brown, you're right.
Yeah.
But what I think it might mean is this is his last chance. Okay? And if he does not have a good week with 12 to 15 carries, he might be on the streets.
I would say sit Lacy.
No.
You don't want to risk it. Well, how are we utilizing J.D. McKissick?
Well, it's mostly as a third down back. They've incorporated him in the run game early
Yep.
as a threat so that later in the game they have that ability to throw to him off of play action.
Okay.
So, again, he's not a big guy.
So
Probably less than
McKissick
200 pounds.
he's not worth putting in though as a starter for
Well,
I mean, unless
would
you were
say
desperate.
Not at this time.
Yep. All right. So Rawls.
He's had 2 frustrating weeks in a row. Against the Giants, dropped a screen pass that could have probably gone for 50. Last week he had a chop block, literally took a touchdown off the board.
That's right.
He got stuffed on the 2-yard line right when he had space to work.
Yeah.
He went and took on the D lineman head on, DJ Reader, and he got stuffed. He doesn't allow the blocks to develop. He dropped a wide open touchdown last week from Russell, where he tried to put a little extra air underneath it to make it an easier catch.
Yeah.
And Rawls just threw it on the ground. At this point, I don't see him being a focus for this week.
All right. So sit Thomas Rawls.
Yep.
The score. What do you see the score?
So I look at this game a lot like the Giant game in that I think Washington's going to struggle to score some points. 24-13 as a score.
24-13.
Yeah.
Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks.
All right. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks!
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks! Go Hawks!
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks!
Go
Go Hawks!
Hawks!
Go Hawks!
Go Hawks!
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks!
Thank you.
Oh, Thank you.
He said soft hands, baby. He said, look at his soft hands.